No, these are mine. Willa, cut it out. You have to behave on camera. Oh, Willa. Oh my God. Okay, we're done. We're done. We'll go. No more. Oh my gosh, there goes another seed.
Like folklore? Yeah, cool stuff.
What are you doing loving on the cat now? I thought you were mad at me. In those days, I didn't understand anything.
Marks. And had grown very unhappy. Oh, be nice. Oh, Harriet's leaning on her sister.
So we're going to the persimmon tree. We're gonna get more persimmons. So I better hurry because the tree is almost, well, the persimmons are almost all gone. I'll let you have to leave for a minute. But you gotta stay with me. Oh, I've got the two. Well, here's one on the ground. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. Okay, we have to shake the tree. Oh my. Oh, here's a bunch. Oh, yes. Oh, Willa's getting it. Willa. No, these are mine. No. No. You little devil. Look at this one. Oh! Hi, baby. Oh. Ooh. Son. I know what your game is, little Missy. A big one. That's for me. No, no, no. Mimi, Mimi. Hi, babe. Where'd Bee go? There she is. She's so cute. Bee. Come help us, Bee. Oh, wow. No. Don't you be sneaking. They look good. They look good. Hello. I think we did pretty good. Yeah, I think we did pretty good. Hopefully this comes out to a 1.5 to 2 cup. We don't know. Oh my goodness. This is what we got, and I'm hoping we have 2 cups worth of pulp, because then we can make a persimmon bread. If you get the pulp ready, you can freeze it. You don't have to use it right away. But I want to show you something really interesting.
You've got to take off the little top, which they come off real easy. Okay, so I'm going to put these persimmons in my really cool new food mill. Fits right on the bowl. I have never used it. Dump in our washed persimmons. Yum, yum, yum. Of course, Willa and the horses and the deer can attest to how yummy they are. Okay, you guys, it's a little hard. Ooh. Interesting. Wow. See, you don't get a whole lot of pulp because of the seeds. These little fruits are so full of seed. It's doing a good job. It's not smooth when I'm doing it. Looks like we're doing okay. Look at how pretty. I have to go get more. It looks like it's only gonna make a cup. Takes me a while to figure stuff out. So I put a towel on my bowl. It won't tear it up, but check it out. Oh, we threw a seed across the room. Oh, another one! See, there's more pulp in these seeds. I mean, all I can do is just keep working at it. Don't try and rush, just kind of chip away. Here's the status. If I hold it with one elbow, oh my gosh, it works better. It needs to push on my arm. Oh my goodness, it's still hard. I don't know, we may end up with 1 cup. I need more coffee. Oh my gosh, there goes another seed. That's all I can muster out of my arms and wrists. Look at that. Okay, I want to show you something really cool. It's a very pretty color. You're gonna cut it. There's actually a seam, a natural seam, where it would come apart, I bet, when it dries. Anyway, as I ramble, I'm gonna try and split it. There we go. I don't want to break it. I want it to just kind of fall apart, but I do not want to cut myself. And I don't want you to cut yourself. Okay, there, we did it. We sliced it, sluiced it. Some of you know what I'm doing. Some of you may not. But it is so interesting. Look at the persimmon seed for a weather forecast of the winter. I'm going to do several because they can look a little different. But the spoon means you're going to be shoveling a lot of snow. The fork, oh my goodness, what does the fork mean? You know, I can't remember. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. And the knife, which is kind of what I think we are getting. Cutting like a knife. Cutting wins. We're going to make a serious bread from this. It's like a knife. That one could almost look like a spoon. Like folklore. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Well, hello. We decided to take a walk, and Harriet got really tired. I had to help her back up the hill. She went way down, and now she's tired, so she's laying here. I don't want her leaving, so I have Willa's leash on her. Well, hi, buddy. So this month marks a year that I started the channel, and one of my first videos was us on a walk, and it's kind of interesting a year later to see Harriet. There's a spider crawling on Harriet. Let me get that little spider. Let's bring him over here. Oh, I think I dropped him. Oh, there he is. He's in her hair. Oh, there he goes. He's in the leaves now. I think Harriet's really cozy in the leaves. Oh my goodness, I think I can get the leash off Harriet. Come here, girl. I am so happy to have you hang out with us like this, because typically this is how it is with a lot of, moving around. I can't get her. Look at the leaves. Look at the leaves. Oh, they're so pretty. We need to play in these leaves. Come here, Harry. I guess I'll let her go. I'll have to get up and get her. Hi, my friends. Welcome into my cabin again. It's the morning of my birthday, and I thought it would be really nice to share with you some of my thoughts that I've been having over the past couple of days. And I thought it was really cool that a year ago on my birthday I started this channel. In a lot of ways it was a gift for myself, because I was starting kind of a new chapter. Well, a very big new chapter. It was kind of scary, and but I was really ready, because at the time my life had really changed. As you remember, we all went through huge changes with what was going on in the world, and I didn't have many friends at all, and hadn't really seen anybody in months except maybe a neighbor. And I just was so ready to start something completely new and different, and I'm so thankful that I did. It's been a wonderful year, and today being my birthday, I realize what a neat gift, because I am just making such wonderful friends here, and I've just felt reawakened with just connections, and kind of a renewal of faith in other humans, because there's just so much detail to my story in that realm. But I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you, and how thankful I am for you, and that for myself, having started this channel is one of the best things I've done. And I just wanted to tell you that. Also, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving. And I know Christmas is coming soon, and I hope that you're enjoying the journey and not trying to just get through it. I know it can be such a hard time of year. There's a lot of us that are single and alone, and
just take it from me. I understand, and I just hope to bring you a little comfort, and just we always need to look at the good things in our life and have a grateful attitude, and just that is actually what can bring more heart-filling things into your life. But always be grateful. So I wanted to continue our book, and I wanted to tell you a little about the author. He was so amazing. I just remember when I first found this book and I read about the author and then starting the book, I couldn't believe it. It's just really neat. Okay, so I'm going to read you just a little bit about him, and I wanted to start at the beginning of the book because I've read to you some of the tidbits of my favorite parts, but you have to know the whole story. It's wonderful. Okay, so the author, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, was born in 1900 and died in 1944. He was born in Lyons, France. He wrote The Little Prince, Les Petits Princes, in the United States during a 2-year self-imposed exile from occupied France. A year after the book's publication in 1943, Saint-Exupéry disappeared over the Mediterranean while flying a reconnaissance mission for his French air squadron. Best known throughout the world as the author and illustrator of Les Petits Princes, Saint-Exupéry wrote several other books that also have become classics of world literature. His illustrations are beautiful, and I'm so excited to start at the beginning with you. So let's just read the first chapter. Once, when I was 6, I saw a magnificent picture in a book about the jungle called True Stories. It showed a boa constrictor swallowing a wild beast. Here's a copy of the picture. I do want to show you these pictures, so here's his boa constrictor with the wild beast. In the book, it said, boa constrictors swallow their prey whole without chewing. Afterward, they are no longer able to move, and they sleep during the 6 months of their digestion. In those days, I thought a lot about jungle adventures and eventually managed to make my first drawing using a colored pencil. My drawing number 1 looked like this. I showed the grown-ups my masterpiece and I asked them if my drawings scared them. They answered, "Why be scared of a hat?" My drawing was not a picture of a hat. It was a picture of a boa constrictor digesting an elephant. Then I drew the inside of the boa constrictor so the grown-ups could understand. They always need explanations. My drawing number 2 looked like this. The elephant in the boa constrictor. The grown-ups advised me to put away my drawings of boa constrictors, outside or inside, and apply myself instead to geography, history, arithmetic, and grammar. That is why I abandoned, at the age of 6, a magnificent career as an artist. I had been discouraged by the failure of my drawing number 1 and my drawing number 2. Grown-ups never understand anything by themselves, and it is exhausting for children to have to provide explanations over and over again. So then I had to choose another career, and I learned to pilot airplanes. I have flown almost everywhere in the world, and as a matter of fact, geography has been a big help to me. I could tell China from Arizona at first glance, which is very useful if you get lost during the night. So I have had, in the course of my life, lots of encounters with lots of serious people. I have spent lots of time with grown-ups. I have seen them at close range, which hasn't much improved my opinion of them. Whenever I encountered a grown-up who seemed to me at all enlightened, I would experiment on him with my drawing number 1, which I have always kept. I wanted to see if he really understood anything, but he would always answer, "That's a hat." Then I wouldn't talk about boa constrictors or jungles or stars. I would put myself on his level and talk about bridge and golf and politics and neckties. And my grown-up was glad to know such a reasonable person. Okay, friends, we all were children once, and that child is still in there. And this book was actually written for children and adults alike. So there's so many metaphors, symbolism, so much symbolism in this book, and we'll get into that. But I did want to start at the beginning for you, and we'll just continue a little bit by little bit. And once again, I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead and are having a good start to this beautiful Sunday that we have in front of us. Whether you're watching it in the morning or later in the day, I hope that you are having or have had and will have a wonderful day and week. And I thank you so much for all your support, for being here, and I hope that you enjoy this channel and you get some pieces for you that you are inspired by, encouraged, and also feel some support from me, because I really want to give that, and I want to be an encourager to you as well. So thank you so much, and I will see you soon.